I was just like so caught off guard. And, you know, I was like a little nervous, you know, whatever. And so I was like, thanks.
Thanks is what I got.
So we have been getting so many requests to do a Q&A. So we put the little question box on my Instagram and we're going to answer some of your questions. We have them here on Zach's phone. We won't be able to get to all of them, but we'll do kind of the most frequently asked questions.
All right, so to begin, we had a lot of questions about getting to know us. So first, Megan, what did you study, how old you are, and a fun fact about you.
A fun fact.
Yes, let's hear it.
Okay, I'm 25. No, I'm not. You're 25. I'm 24.
Wow. Okay. 24.
All right, I'm 24 and I went to Brigham Young University. I studied human development and family studies, and I was on the dance team, the BYU Quirks, for 4 years, and it was so much fun.
All right, for me, I'm 25, went to Brown University, just finished class a couple days ago, so happy about that.
Good job.
I studied economics and also Portuguese and Brazilian studies. Fun fact about me, I have no idea. That is not a fun fact.
That's a really fun fact, and it's really cool.
No.
Do it.
Okay, according to Megan, my fun fact is that I was team captain of the basketball team for 3 years. I was at Brown. I guess that's a fun fact.
That's unheard of.
Moving on.
No one is a captain their first year on the team.
Okay, next question. This will kind of build off the Cougarettes.
Okay.
First, I want to know about your dance career. And she can't be humble. She has to brag about it. And she hates to talk about it, but she is going to tell us about your dance career before college. And I want to hear all the awards. And also, I mean, there's a lot, so maybe not all of them, but all the major ones. And how you became so successful at dance.
Okay, so is the question
how you became so successful at dance, but me personally, I'm asking you to talk about your dance history.
Okay. I grew up dancing my whole life. I started dancing when I was 3 years old, and kind of just stopped a little bit after Cougarettes, but some things that I did in dance were when I was like 11 years old, I moved to Chicago with my mom, and I was Clara in the Radio City Christmas Spectacular with the Rockettes, and so I lived there for a few months from October to the end of December doing their Christmas shows, and that was so fun. I had to be homeschooled there, and we had tutors, and it was really, really fun, and my family came out and visited a bunch, and then kind of after that, my dance studio always, you know, competed, went to nationals every single year, and when I was in the teen category, I got first runner-up at nationals, so that was really fun. In the top 10 multiple times, which was so fun. I loved traveling to New York every summer for nationals and competing everywhere and making those friends. And then I won the cover model search for Dance Spirit magazine one year, and that was really fun.
So how did you become so successful at dance?
I would say, and I think this goes for anything, not just dance, just like putting in that extra effort no matter what. I remember like my dance teachers would always say, for me at least, I feel like I always growing up would give way more when I was actually competing or when I was actually on stage, because you have that extra adrenaline, you're in front of people, all that. And so I remember they would always tell me, like, you need to do that much when you're at the studio, and then it'll be even more when you get on stage. So I think, like, always making sure that you put, like, even more than you think you can into it. And obviously putting in extra hours and all that is going to make you the best at anything you do.
So what was your schedule in like junior high and high school?
In junior high, I mean, and high school is pretty much all the same. Danced every single day, and just left right from school to go to the dance studio, and then I usually got home. It depended. Sometimes it was 7, sometimes it was 9:30, depending on the day. And then in high school, it got a little bit more intense. I took an extra class early in the morning so that I could get done with school earlier than the normal time to get out, so that I could get to dance and get in some extra practice time. And then
So what time are you were getting to the dance studio at what time and leaving at what time?
At like, I'd probably get there at 2:30 and then leave at 9. But not every single day, most days. And then Saturdays were long, usually 8 to 2, sometimes 8 to 12. It honestly just depends on what we were doing throughout the seasons.
Crazy. So it's my turn?
Yep.
So what's my question?
How did you become so successful in basketball, and talk about like the awards that you've been given through basketball?
I'm just like her. I don't like to talk about myself, but for me, so in junior high and high school, I mean, I was okay. I wasn't the best player by any means of the state kind of thing, but in high school I won state, and then I was also the 4A MVP for my year. But that was a lot to do with my team being very good, and that helped me be more successful at the same time. And then when I went to college, so I went on a 2-year church service mission after I graduated high school. So then when I got back from that, I was 21 years old. And so I was older, and the schools I've been talking to Dartmouth before I went on my mission, and I had originally kind of planned that I was going to come back and go there and play basketball. When I got back, they sent a coach out to come watch me, and I'd only been back for like 2 weeks, and I hadn't played basketball in 2 years. And so let's just say I was a little fat and out of shape, and I couldn't really do much. And I still played well in the workout, but I don't think the coach really liked what he saw, and wasn't really sure about how I was going to pan out. And so then they ended up basically saying they didn't want me. And then I went to a junior college in hopes that I could transfer to a Division I school and continue to play for the rest of my college career. And so I went to Snow College, which is in a small town in rural Utah, out in the middle of nowhere. But I loved it. It was great. The people were amazing, and had a great time there. And I ended up playing really well, and was a first team All-American for basketball, which really helped me to be able to get some good college basketball offers. And so I had like offers from like Penn State, Texas Tech, and Washington State, and a bunch of others. But I really wanted to focus on the education side, just because I knew I wasn't going to be playing in the NBA or anything like that. So I decided to choose Brown because I loved the coaches there, loved Providence, and also just knew it would be the right fit for me. And so went to Brown, and there started my 3 years there. I was a captain all 3 years, and then also was an academic All-American and academic All-Ivy. So maybe my basketball wasn't as successful. the grades were good.
Good job.
But no, I had some great players there with me and my team there. So yeah, it's a little bit about my basketball career. But I guess what helped me be successful. I mean, I was lucky. I had my dad was a college basketball coach, and so he was able to definitely teach me a lot and really help me as I grew up, and teach me how to play basketball. And then my older brother, he played basketball in college. Then my oldest brother, he played basketball in high school, and also my sister. And so my whole family played basketball, and so everyone was always coaching me and helping me. But I think the biggest thing was me getting in the gym by myself and just putting in the time, just the same as dance, just really working out every single day, never missing a day, make sure I put in as much effort as I could. And the nice thing about that was my mom would always go to the gym with me and rebound for me and help me just get as much as I could out of the time that I put in. So just having the dedication and the consistency to do the same thing day in and day out, even though sometimes it may get boring to go and do the same drills every single day. But those are the things that really counted and really helped me to get better and get to where I was able to play Division I basketball. So, all right. So another question we had was, why is Zach 25 and just graduating? So that goes back to my 2-year church service mission that I had for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I was in Mozambique and Swaziland in Africa. And so I left right out of high school. I guess I waited a little bit because I had to get shoulder surgery from basketball. I had an injury, so I had to get that healed. And then I left, and then I was 19, and then I got back when I was 21. And so then I started college that following fall. And so that put me back a couple of years, and that's why I'm 25 and now graduating and very, very old to be a senior. All right, next question. What is a funny quirk that I have, and then I'll tell one that you have.
Okay. I think the funniest thing is how ticklish you are. I've never in my life met someone more ticklish than he is. Like, he doesn't even like when you, like, tickle his back. See? Oh my gosh. Because he's so ticklish. I feel like everyone loves, like, when you get, like, a little back tickle. He doesn't like it.
No, thank
but
you.
It actually works out well because I hate tickling people's backs, so. So it works out.
You love a back tickle, but you hate getting
I
one.
love getting them, but, yeah, that's so funny.
Okay, funny quirk from Megan. She is an extremely slow eater. And the problem is I'm a fast eater, and I'll eat really quickly, and then I look over at her and like she'll have just started. But it's like a combination of her being really slow and me being really fast. It's because literally every time she goes and takes a bite, she'll, like, for example, when she's eating salad, she'll get a piece of lettuce on her fork and then get a tomato and then a little bit of avocado and then maybe the carrot and then put a little bit of dressing on it and then make sure she gets the right amount of chicken and then take the bite. And she does that for every single bite.
You have to get the perfect bite.
Yeah, she loves the perfect bite. So that's a funny quirk. All right. What about pet peeves? What's a pet peeve you have of mine that I do?
Okay. I would say my biggest pet peeve is I love to cuddle. Like, it's my favorite thing. I love to cuddle. Like, I want to be, like, sleeping all night long with my face up against his all night long, you know. And I know most people aren't like that, but I love cuddling. And he loves cuddling, but not while he's sleeping. So he's like, when it's time for him to go to bed, he's like, all right, I need my space. But the pet peeve part is that he loves to cuddle a pillow. Because it's all comfortable. He likes to sleep on his stomach and put his arm around the pillow. And I'm like, why can't you just put your arm around me? And I get it. I'm not as comfortable and fluffy as a pillow, but it's annoying. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Okay, there's a funny story. I'll try and make it quick. But the other night, we were sleeping in our bed, and, you know, it was that time for me to roll over and go to sleep. And so she was, like, snuggling with my arm or something. She was like, I don't know. And so then I pulled my arm away and then rolled over and grabbed my pillow and went to sleep. And then, like, right before I fell asleep, all of a sudden I heard, I was like, what in the world? Is she crying? So, like, what's wrong? And I look over at her and she's just tears streaming from her eyes because she was sad that I had turned away and was snuggling with the pillow and not her. There's been multiple times I've woken up in the middle of the night and found her just grabbing my pillow from under my arm and throwing it off the bed. So it's a real problem for us. I'm just kidding. It's funny. It's not a problem, but. So my pet peeve for Megan, I think it's a common pet peeve for a lot of couples. Like, we always go to eat and I'll order my food and I'll get something and then I'll ask Megan, do you want anything? Or, you know, because I'm usually the one hungry. But I'll ask, do you want anything? And she'll say, no, I'm not hungry.
And this is usually like his second dinner. Or second lunch. You eat a lot.
Okay. So anyway, so I'll get something and And then I'll ask Megan, do you want anything? And she'll say, no, I'm not hungry. And then I'll take the food back, go start eating it, and like I'll have my fork in my mouth, and all of a sudden I look down and there's another fork in my food. Like, what's going on? I thought you weren't hungry. But apparently she was.
No,
and loves to
sometimes
eat
you
my
just
food.
want a couple bites. That's it.
But it's like I'm starving and I'm waiting to eat my food, and then I don't have much of it, and then all of a sudden you're eating half of it. But that's my pet peeve.
That's
But
so funny.
I guess that's not a bad pet peeve to have.
No.
So
There's worse things.
a lot worse.
Like a pillow.
All right, next question. Who said I love you first?
Zach said I love you first.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell the story? Or do you want me to?
You can go first. Tell your side, and I'll tell my side.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It was an interesting story.
So we were just hanging out that day, and he had just finished his like long work day, and I had already eaten dinner, so then I was just sitting there, waiting for him to finish eating his dinner, and we were just at his house, and then we were going to go visit his brother and the little nieces, and we were standing in the kitchen, and he just like started hugging me, and then he kissed me, and then he was like, I'm so in love with you. And I was like so caught off guard. Like I knew it was coming, and I knew I wanted to say it, because I'm so in love with you, and yes.
Were you though?
Shut up. I was just like so caught off guard, and I was like a little nervous, whatever. And so I was like, thanks.
Thanks is what I got. I was shook. I didn't know what to do. I thought she liked me and was gonna say it back, and all I get is a thanks. And then she didn't say anything after that, and like we just went on, like nothing really happened.
Went on with our day.
And I was like,
we went to Hokulia, got some shaved ice, visited the nieces.
And I was like, oh my gosh, is this the end? Like, did I just blow it? I just ruined this by saying I love you too soon?
No. So then we come back from visiting his family, we're back from getting shaved ice, and we're in the driveway, and did you like come around and open my door, I think? And then we got out of the car and we were hugging, and then I said I love you too.
Yeah.
I was just a little nervous.
Me too. I was really nervous that you'd feel the same way, so.
Of course I did.
Luckily she said I love you back. But yes, I did say it first, and I got a thanks.
But I said it the same day.
5 hours later, I finally got it.
5!
I love you back. Okay, how many kids do you want and when?
Well, we've talked about this a lot. We want like 3 to 4 kids, and probably not for 2 years. Is that what we've talked about?
Yeah, so, 3 to 4. And a lot of people always say, oh, Megan, like, I heard you're having a baby soon.
You're pregnant.
You're pregnant, congrats. No.
I see a bump.
That's crazy. But no, there's no bump. Definitely not. No baby coming soon. It won't be for a while.
Yeah.
What do you miss about Rhode Island?
I'd say the thing that I miss the most is the people. We made so many great friends there. Especially Zach being there for his 3 years, and the team, and all the great like connections he made. I feel like I became good friends with your teammates and all the people from our church. We made so many fun connections and memories and great friends, and so I miss everyone a lot. And I just miss like our little married little bubble that we had there.
In our little apartment.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was so fun.
It was a lot of fun. For me, I will miss the people, of course. I love the people there. Made a lot of great friends, and definitely will visit them for years to come. And then also I really miss the food. I love the food there.
Yeah, really good restaurants.
Really good restaurants, and that was great in the fall. The fall is really pretty there. With
pretty.
The change of the leaves, lots of trees there. So Rhode Island's a really pretty state, so it'll be missed. The last question is for dating advice, but we're going to cut it into 2 questions.
Okay.
First, date advice, and then long distance advice.
Oh yeah, a lot of people ask that.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say my first date advice and kind of like dating advice in general. would be to always be yourself no matter what, and like true to who you are. I don't think that you should have to change for anyone, and I don't think that you should want to. I think that you should love who you are and be confident in who you are, and just always stay true to that. My mom and sisters would always tell me this little quote that says, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. They would always say that before I went on dates because they know I was so nervous, but like, you just have to be yourself, and when it's the right person, it's going to work because it's the right person and you guys are meant to be. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, my first date advice, I guess may just be for the boys. I don't know, because I was gonna say be yourself as well, but for like, go to the door. Don't just park in front of the house or apartment and honk or send them a text and say come out. Like, go to the door, like show them some respect that way. Open their car door, have a plan. I think a lot of boys have that problem, is like they take a girl out and then they get going and don't really have a plan after they go eat or they go do something. Have a good plan, and so the girl like knows that you're organized and kind of at least put together a little bit, to be able to put together a date. But I think those are really big ones.
Be a gentleman.
Be a gentleman.
That is the biggest thing, is like someone that's a gentleman is like the best.
Yeah. So do that. And then long distance.
I've never opened a single car door for myself since we've been married. Maybe like one.
I have my hands full.
Yeah.
I mean,
always opens my door. He's the biggest gentleman in the world.
Hopefully I can keep it up. It's only been 6 months. So.
I just feel like that's just who you are, though.
Next question, long distance advice.
Okay. So we were dating engaged long distance, like our whole engagement. He was in Spain and then he was in Rhode Island.
When we say whole engagement, sounds like a long time. It was only like 2 months.
So I think for us, the thing that helped us the most were like planning extra things for us to do together, like over FaceTime, because I think a lot of times when you're long distance, you can get kind of stuck like in this like texting and talking on the phone, and you don't get that like in-person like special connection, I guess. Yeah. And so like we would do like little FaceTime dates and dinners together and like kind of plan out our schedules that way so that we could be together a lot. And then also he would write me, like he wrote me a postcard from Spain, and he would like write me handwritten letters when he was in Rhode Island. That was just like so sweet and like something extra special, to keep us, I don't know, connected in a different way since we were so far apart. Yeah. And I loved that.
I mean, I think it's just because you get in like your different lives, because you're so far apart, you don't really feel involved in what the other person is doing. Yeah. So I think just finding ways to make the other person feel special, and that you still like showing that you still care about them even though you're so far apart and want to be involved. Just by like sending those letters or sending little gifts. I would just order little simple things like off Amazon, or little things that could cheer her up, or DoorDash. I DoorDash like Diet Coke one day because she was sad. To help cheer her up. But just like finding ways to still make them feel special and showing that you still care about them even though you're on the other side of the country.
Okay, so I think that's about all the questions we're gonna do. Maybe we'll do a second round. You guys can comment questions that you have for us, or any video suggestions that you have for us. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and follow us on Instagram.